This is a Level 1 Functional Skills Maths paper from Highfield. In this part, you can't use a calculator, but you can use in the second part. Question 1. Calculate 16 squared. We know that 16 squared means 16 times 16. So we've got 6 times 6 is 36. So 6 down and we carry it over. 6 times 1 is 6. Add the 3 makes 9. Now we put the 0 down and we go 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Adding these together now. So 6 and 0 is 6. 9 and 6 is 15. So 5 down and 1 carried over. 1 and 1 is 2. So 256 is the answer. Calculate the value of W. We've got W is equal to 10. Add 8 times 37. Write the answer in the box below. So we know through BIDMAS or BODMAS that we need to do multiplication first. So we'll do 8 times 37 and then add the 10. So 37 times 8, it doesn't matter the order, whether you do 8 times 37 or 37 times 8 when it comes to multiplication. So 8 times 7 is 56, so 6 down and 5 carried over. 8 times 3 is 24, and the 5, 29. So 296. Now we need to add the 10. 6, 10, so that makes it 3. The total is 306. Write these numbers in order from smallest to largest. We've got 958,514, 9,851, 99,951, 625,854, 57,095. So the one with the fewest number of digits will be the smallest. So having a look, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So this must be smaller. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the smallest of them all because it has only 4 digits. The rest of them have 5 or 6. So 9,851 goes there. Then the next biggest one, it has to be one with 5 digits, not the 6. So we had this one here and we had this one. Now this is the first one is 99,000. The first one that I underlined is 99,951, whereas this one is 57,000. And you know that 57,000 is smaller than 99,000. So looking at the digits at the front, if they're smaller, then the smaller the value. And then you eventually look at the other digits. So 57,095, and then comes 99,951. Then we have the other two numbers with 6 digits each. So 958,000 or 625,000 is smaller. Of course, it's the 625,000 5,000 because 625 is smaller than 958. So we'll write those down and we put them in order. Write the number that we've got in here in words. So we've got this comma in here to show that we've got thousands here, so 57,000. And then just the 95, so 57,095. And that's done. There is a new shopping centre in Highfield town. 2 shops are offering discounts. We've got Pop Shop, 30% off, minimum spend £70. Townsman, 25% off, minimum spend £80. If you spend the minimum amount, would you make a bigger saving at Pop Shop or Townsman? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So if we spent £70 at Pop Shop, we're going to get 30% discount. And since we're not using a calculator, we're going to go through this using the 10% method. So 10% of 70 is 70 divided by 10, which means knocking off the 0. So that gives us 7. Now 30% of 70 will be 3 lots of 7, which is £21. So that's how much you save in this first shop. Now looking at the other one, if you spend £80, you get 25%, which is a quarter. So 80 divided by 4 gives us 20. So £20 compared to 21. Where do we make a bigger saving? That is in Pop Shop. Shops that have a floor area greater than 280 square meters can only open for a maximum of 6 hours on a Sunday. This is a floor plan of the shop called Townsman. Can Townsman open for more than 6 hours on a Sunday? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. It's a compound shape, so we're going to break it down into 2. I will break it down here, and we can work out the area of this rectangle at the top by multiplying 7 by 8. And then we get this other area, which is 35 times this length here. We're not given that though, and it's not 15, it's less than 15. We've got this whole length, which is 15, so we're going to take away this length here, which is equal to 8. So 15 take away 8 is going to give us 7. So 35 times 7 should give us the area of this other rectangle, and we're going to add them together. So 8 times 7 is 56. 35 times 7, 7 times 5 is 35. So 5 down and 3 carried over. 7 times 3 is 21, and the 3 is 24. We're going to add them both together. So 245 add 56. 5 and 6 is 11. 4 and 5 is 9, and the 1 is 10. So 301. And we're comparing this to 280 square meters. So this is larger. And we're saying a maximum. So that's the highest it can be, 280. And so unfortunately the answer is no to this. Can Tasman open for more than 6 hours on a Sunday? The answer is no. You work as a finance assistant at Highfield Nursery. You are reviewing the nursery's expenses. You create this spreadsheet. How much does the nursery spend each week? Write the answer in the box below. So we've got gas and electricity, £75.13, food, £62.95, activity materials, £41.92. We're just going to add them all together. Making sure we write them correctly. So we get the whole numbers under the whole numbers and decimal points under decimal points. So 3 and 5 is 8, and the 2 is 10. 1 and 9 is 10, and 1 and 9 is 10, so 20. 5 and 2 is 7, and 2 is 9, and the 1 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10, 17, 18. So that's £180 in total. Now we've got to represent the expenses data from the question 6a in a pie chart. Draw the angles to the nearest whole degree. So we'll work out how many degrees for each of the expenses. And we know that overall there are 360 degrees in the circle. And the expenses in total were £180. So we can see that 360 is double 180. So basically, for each £1, there will be 2 degrees in the circle. So in the pie chart, I should say. If we look at gas and electricity, it's £75 pounds and 13 pence. So in terms of degrees, it will be double, and we're going to round it at the end. So add 75.13. 3 and 3 is 6, and 2, 10, 15. So we're going to round this to 150 degrees. And looking at food, it's £62 and 95 pence. So we're going to double that again. 5 and 5, 10, 19, 5, 12. So this one we're going to round to 126 degrees. And finally, we've got activity materials. And that is £41 and 92 pence. Double 2 and 2, 4, 99, 18, 2, 3, 8. So that's not even pounds now, because we're trying to double it to get degrees. So we're going to round this to 84 degrees. Now we're going to represent all three of them on the pie chart above. We're using the protractor to measure the angles, so we'll start with gas and electricity 150 degrees. So this is a slightly different protractor from the one that you normally would use on paper. So making sure we've got this aligned properly. Starting from 0, we're going to go to 150. So this is where I'm going to stop to mark this. This is going to be gas and electricity. Now we'll start from here to show food 126 degrees. And this is going to be labeled as food. Now we've got activity materials. We just need to measure this to make sure we've got this correctly. So it should be 84 degrees. Or something around that. So that is good. Now I'm going to use a ruler to join these points. So I'm going to label this as activity materials. And our pie chart is finished here. Question 7. The weekly wage bill for the nursery is £675. They need to reduce this by 20%. The manager thinks that if the wage bill is reduced by £95, this will be enough. Is the manager correct? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So 20%, we can do 10% and double that. So 10% of 675 can be worked out by going 675 divided by 10. So we know that when it comes to dividing by 10, we just need to move that decimal point one place to the left to make the number smaller. And we get then 67.5. Now we've got to double this to get 20%. So that's 10, 14, 15, 12, 13. So that is £135. The manager thought it was £95. So 95 is not enough. So manager is not correct. So answer is no. And this is the end of this paper.